Hello everyone. From our Ashland University Center of the Arts Studios, I'm Radley Stahl.
And I'm Rebecca Ribley. This is your Eagle News Update. 8 Ashland University professors were recognized for their work with students outside of the classroom. The Mentor Awards Luncheon was held on February 1st. Students nominate faculty members who have made a significant impact on their college careers.
When I found out I won that mentor award, I mean, it really meant something to me because I realized, or it told me that I had, made some kind of positive impact on the students' lives, and that they really valued kind of those interactions that we'd had. It means a lot. It really does. In fact, it sounds, I think, odd to say this, but I almost feel it means more for me to be nominated for the award than winning the award. The fact that students, on their own, by their own volition, took time out of their day to write a nomination letter for me to say we think that Dr. Mattingly's worthy of winning an award. I think that really it means a lot. It really touched me, and again, it validated, to me, it validated kind of what I've been trying to do in my time here.
There's a lot of talk about merit pay for teachers. For me, it doesn't get any better than this. This is merit pay for me. You don't get into teaching to not want to affect people's lives.
I feel like I've just been doing what I should have been doing all along. Like I said, working with students closely on research. It's something that I enjoy. It's the reason I became a professor, is to work with students closely, just inside the classroom and outside of the classroom.
What do I do differently? I couldn't tell you. I only do what I know to be true. I only work how I know to work, and if that means that we stay till midnight to produce a show, we stay till midnight to produce a show. If that means that I can help you fix the camera via text message, that's what I do.
The students are here for multiple purposes, right? Sure, the students are here to learn in the classroom, and we educate the students that way, but that education goes beyond that. Having your hands-on experiences again, with research and scholarship or creative activities, I think that helps students a lot, and maybe sometimes more than a particular class, because you get some practical experience and you get to understand things on a much deeper level.
An AU professor is being honored for his writing. Assistant Professor of Journalism Matt Tallis was recognized for his story, Feet of Clay, Heart of Iron. The story was named one of the 102 spectacular nonfiction stories of 2012.
To have the story included in that list, published on Byliner, it was just a huge honor and something that I totally was not expecting. Alan Francis is like the best horseshoe pitcher in the world. I wrote a story about him in 2007. And then one time I logged on to see if he had won the World Championships, and I saw that a guy named Brian Simmons had beaten him. And that's when I kind of started doing some research into Brian Simmons and found out that he had a kind of an interesting story to tell in his own right. Feet of Clay, Heart of Iron is about Brian Simmons, who is a horseshoe pitcher from Vermont. He has had a lifetime of medical problems, starting with Crohn's disease in his teens and early 20s, and colon cancer and heart problems and strokes, and just every possible thing you could think of has gone wrong with his body. But he has maintained this like high level of horseshoe pitching. He throws a ringer almost 85% of the time that he pitches horseshoes. And so the story really is just about him and his trip to Knoxville, Tennessee for the World Horseshoe Championships in 2012. The idea initially behind the story was that I was going to follow him as he pitched his way towards a rematch against Alan Francis. But unfortunately, Brian had a really bad tournament, probably the worst tournament of his life, and wasn't even close. So the story really ended up focusing on how he has overcome a lot of the medical issues he's had in life. Brian really loved the story too. Once he finally read it, he actually called me one night, but he was also like sobbing because he had just read the story. I didn't think a whole lot, I kind of let it run its course, and then just recently it was picked up by Connor Friedsdorf for the 102 spectacular stories of nonfiction for 2012, and so it's gotten a whole new life now.
After 25 years, Dr. Peter Schramm is retiring from his position as Executive Director of the Ashbrook Center. The center has grown significantly under his leadership, but he believes it's time to step down.
I've been thinking about retiring from the executive directorship of the Ashbrook Center for a number of years, and the Ashbrook board has actually been considering that and what to do about it and so forth. And then it was the immediacy of the thing was pricked by the fact that I had a stage 4 melanoma diagnosis in the summer, and went through that all right. And if I could repeat my doctor's words, I'm now cancer-free, as he said. That's good, but on the other hand, focused my mind into thinking that maybe there's some things that are worth doing more than other things, and the thing that I like doing above all else is not the administration of the Ashbrook Center, but in fact dealing with students and faculty in all of our programs, including the Ashbrook Scholars Program. And that's what I'm going to emphasize from now on. I'm going to be, I think, a resident fellow at the Ashbrook Center and continue as a professor at the university, and administer the, look after, I should say, because it's not really an administration, the Ashbrook Scholarship Program, the undergraduates who are Ashbrooks, including interviewing them as they come into the program and teaching them in the fall as freshmen. And I will continue to look after the faculty in the Master of Arts in American History and Government program that we also run. And maybe do some more writing than I've had time to do, especially on teaching. I'm contemplating writing things on why our teaching here is so effective. I think it really is effective and even unique. So I want to think about that more.
The Accent on Success class will undergo major changes next year. Beginning in the fall of 2013, the orientation team teaching assistants will no longer be used. The class is required for all incoming freshmen at AU. The O-team assistants were used to help give the freshmen some contact with current successful students. The O-teamers were cut to save money. The university is also looking to make more changes in order to address growing complaints among the student body. University administrators will continue to meet in order to decide what will ultimately be done.
This weekend, millions of Americans sat down for the biggest sports pastime in the country, the Super Bowl. But just because students are away from home doesn't mean that they didn't find their own ways to enjoy the big game. We asked some AU students what they did to mark the big event.
Need someone killed. My family, we just like to sit around and order some wings. Nothing too special, just like to eat good food and watch Super Bowl as a family.
Phi-Sci's been holding the Super Bowl party for quite a long time, but it's something that we like to do because it helps us get connected with the community, get connected with other people of Greek life, and help everybody just come over and hang out and enjoy themselves and have a good time. That's really what it's all about.
Be sure to check out www.ashlandcollegian.com for more Ashland University news. And also, don't forget to check out the new WRDL 88.9 FM for all the latest music and AU sports coverage.
That's it for this Eagle News Update. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rebecca Ribley.
And I'm Radley Stahl. Thanks for watching.